Yeah, you know what time it is, man. Homegrownradio.net. One more again. Yeah, who that is? Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head.
Bliss.
What it do though?
Smoky Lane.
Shouts out to everybody that helped you put that on, and you yourself that just had an incredible showing out there. Man, there's a lot of people out there supporting the movement and just everything that you're doing, man. First of all, talk about that reception and that love from really people showing the support for what you got going on.
Man, really, I was kind of surprised, because usually when I have something, it's like it's a cool crowd, but it ain't like super packed.
It was packed inside and outside.
It was packed inside, and then when you go outside, it's about 30 people in front of the shop.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, that's crazy. I think the music is just, getting to a level to where it's just undeniable and just people like feel it. So it's just like, relating to the streets, and it's coming back, for people to come out and fuck with them.
What inspired you to not take so much time off and really bounce back and get that music out there?
Because I know the people need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to take some time off to, just bounce back and look at the situation, what I was going through. But at the end of the day, my fans is waiting on me, and I can't let them down. So, luckily I have a lot of great relationships. So around the time I was ready to put everything out, I hollered at everybody like, yo, I'm about to put this tape out. I need y'all to support. And everybody said, let's go. Sent it to everybody posting it. So I'm just blessed to have the fan base I got and the relationships I have, like with the blogs and the DJs and, people like y'all and shit like that.
In this whole situation, what has been the most difficult part of the journey, so to speak, this go round?
Well, I done everything like literally myself, as far as like, sending my mixtape out and setting up the promo run. It was very difficult because last time I had a manager to handle all that. Even though it was my plugs and my relationships, I handed it off to him so I can so I can focus on the music. But it was real stressful, man, because I had to make sure the music was right, and then I had to make sure the business was right around it. Like, put it out through Empire on iTunes.
Shouts out.
And just sending it out to everybody, and I had to follow up, text people, make sure they got it, and, make sure they post it up and all that good stuff. So
all the tedious bullshit that an artist shouldn't have to do.
Exactly. But it's all good, though, because it's like once it's done, you feel so much better about it. And it's like, if it does fail, you know that you tried your hardest to get it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I put it in your hands, it's like, did he do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm still going to want to go back after you and check it.
Yeah.
So it's good that I did it myself anyway.
Bitches don't love us, but don't judge a book by its cover, cause my niggas ain't fake. You can look at my face, know I treat you so good on the hood. If you ever come around my way, if you ever come around my way,
Talk about that track and kind of break down the process of writing that and the concept behind the record.
Well, we was in the studio. Jake and Papa, they wrote the hook. You know what I mean? And it just spoke to me. So I was like, I did my first verse, and I didn't just want to put anything on that second verse. So I sat on that first verse for about a week, and then I came back and slowly wrote the second verse. And then after I wrote it, it was like, man, this is it right here. I knew, and I had that record for a minute. While I was working on Perfect Timing. So I knew that for sure was going on.
There.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I knew that was the core record to work around, the whole sound of the whole project. You know what I'm saying?
What makes you feel like this is the perfect timing for, the situations, obviously naming the album that, and everything that's going on with DUBB as of right now?
Well, I feel like it's the perfect timing for these topics to be talked about. You know what I mean? And it's really value from somebody that's really still in the streets.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still with my homies. I'm still with, messing with the Bloods, the Crips, everybody, and I'm bringing everybody together. Yeah. Like, all my homies right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lil No, BG, you know what I'm saying, from Broadway. And we just bringing everything together, man, and just showing this unity and showing that we still, what we doing out here in middle America, you know what I'm saying, and where the poverty's at and where everything is real, like, I'm speaking for these dudes, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't care what they got to think about us, and we still individuals that, our life is valued as much as somebody in a motherfucking Fortune 500 business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to put that, that point across, you feel me?
So how has being a father influenced you as an artist and as a person? Did that in any way come into play with Perfect Timing?
Of course. It's like she was a big like inspiration for the tape. Yeah. You know, I have a song on there, especially for my daughter. It's called Q's Lyric. You know, my first name is Quincy, so and she really changed me as a person. You know, I feel like my music has changed. I wouldn't say drastically, but if, for a lack of a better word, I would say that because she changed me as an individual, and I'm like the person I am and the artist I am is kind of like the same person. So if I change that, you know, if it changed as a person, I got to change as an artist too, because I can't, you know, I'm not doing really songs where I'm calling women bitches and.
Right. You're paying attention to the message a little bit more.
Yeah.
As far as the people that you reached out to, as far as collaborations and the foundation of the sound, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Is this something that you've sought out beforehand and said, look, this is the type of sound I'm working with, or was it like track by track, you kind of built the evolution of
I just take it like one track at a time. Okay. So if I'm working on a record, I'm not one of those persons that like, okay, Future is popping, let me get Future on this. Mm-hmm. Like, nah, I'm one of them dudes that the feature is the person that fits on there the best to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got Crooked Eye, Joel Ortiz, and Fred the Godson, like, on one song, because I feel like those is, like, some lyrical dudes that can bring the same thing that I brought. You know, so that's why I did that. So every time I get a feature, I just make sure it makes sense for me and them. Well, the Twitter is at ItzDubb. That's ITZDUBB _ ItzDubb on Instagram. Same spelling. Mm-hmm. And ItzDubb.LA for the website.
Yeah. When people put music out there, they always try to keep up with what's popular. Why is it so important for Dubb to kind of go against the grain, but at the same time put the message in the music?
I just want to be myself, man. I feel like like I said, when people do that, I feel like they're just trying to stay cool, you know, quote unquote. And I don't care if people look at me as not like cool or relevant or whatever. I'm just do the music I make, and I'm gonna make what I'm doing cool. Gotcha. You know, and want people to start making music like me and try to be like me, you know, set an example. Like, cause I'm always been a nigga that just been going against the grain and doing whatever I want to do. You know, I take homies' opinions that I value, but at the end of the day, you know, when I sit down and make that decision, I'm gonna really make the decision that I want to make, you know.
And you can live with that.
Exactly.
2015 can't end without Dubb doing what?
Putting out more than one project.
Broken homes in them black houses, crack rock, sneaker box where I stack thousands. Enemies right down the street, so we warn. Feds knocking down my mama door without a warrant. Seems like kids raised without a father ain't important. Like took by the streets, in the streets of liquor porn. Niggas dying every day. Lord, can you save us? I love you and
don't stop. Just keep going. There's no reason to stop. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, as long as you're breathing, gotta be thankful. So.
Radio.